Hi, what's up? This is RJ Sheetal. I have with me Naveen, also known as Bangalore Epicure. You know, I'm sure he's known for his voice, right? Can you just say what you say on your reels?
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಬ್ಯಾಂಗ್ಳೂರ್ ಎಪಿಕ್ಯೂರ್.
Exactly. He's in the house and we are going to talk to him all about food blogging, about male content creators in this industry. Let's get going. Hi Naveen, welcome to Fever 104 FM.
Hi Sheetal, thank you.
How's it going?
All good so far.
Okay, great. Now tell me something. I know that you started your journey around 2009-2010, right?
Right.
So it's been like almost 10 years, more than 10 years now.
Right,
How's the
right.
journey been like?
So journey is like a everyday learning.
Okay.
So it's been, as you said, like a 10-12 years. So there were like a lot of changes in the F&B.
Okay.
With respect to like all the eateries, so the hundreds has become like a thousands now.
Right.
So there are like a lot of options now coming from 2010 to 2022 right now.
Okay.
It's a great learning and a lot of changes on the F&B as well.
Right.
So earlier, like when we started, around there were some 10-12 bloggers were there.
Just 10 to 12.
10 to 12 food bloggers.
Right.
Now it's maybe like hundreds and thousands. Yeah.
Absolutely. And were there like brand collaborations and everything 12 years ago?
Definitely not. So we used to go on our own and write on our own blogs.
Okay.
So that's how it started. So later on, like we started writing on some review platforms, online review platforms.
Right. How did you start writing blogs or videos?
I started writing blogs.
Blogs. So you have your own blog.
So I have my own blog. It's called BangaloreEpicure.com.
Is it still there?
It's still there, but not so active like before.
Right. Okay.
Earlier we used to write like 5-6 articles a month.
Right.
Now it has become like 5-6 articles a year.
In a year.
Now mostly into microblogging, right? Like
yeah.
Instagram. Yeah.
Instagram. So how's the transition been from blogging, writing to making videos now?
Okay, all thanks to lockdown.
Okay.
So most of the influencers have become good editors now with respect to making good reels. So it is good. Now we stopped taking like photos. Rather than taking photos, we are all started taking
videos.
like good videos.
Yeah. And you've been in the industry for 12 years, right? Now you see that so many people are coming up. There's like every day a new influencer or a content creator is born, right?
Correct.
So do you sense a competition in this industry?
Competition will definitely be there, but when it comes to food blogging, it is a healthy competition.
Okay. Why do you say it is
no,
healthy?
everyone knows everyone.
Right.
And everyone are kind of like a supportive with other fellow bloggers.
Right.
So because I conducted few sessions.
Okay.
Like how to grow on the Instagram or wherever it is.
Nice. Okay.
So because what I feel is it's been like a 10-12 years right now.
Yeah.
There's no point in like going and doing something new with respect to the content creation.
Right.
So I said like a lot of it is better to give some value add inputs to like people who are into budding.
Right.
Basically like for budding influencers.
Right.
So that's I started. Then I realized like people are so supportive, including like budding bloggers and people who are already has expertise in blogging.
Right? Absolutely. And you do these courses often, or is it like a one?
No. I do like sessions. Like I did like 2-3 sessions. So it was nice. Like people started joining in, and initially like when I started, it was like impromptu.
Okay.
Later on, so I created a group. And I added people. Then
nice.
There was like one proper session.
Oh, okay.
So something like that I planned.
Nice.
It went really well.
That's amazing, and I'm sure you're going to continue it in the future.
Yeah,
as well,
of course, yeah. So
but
I
tell
love
me
to do
something.
that.
What is the future of the food blogging industry like?
See, future. Definitely it is, as you said, it is a competition.
Right.
No, now it is like thousands may become like lakhs.
Yeah.
So there might be like the huge competition, but with respect to like a revenue perspective or wanted to make like a money with the food blogging, definitely it's a bad idea.
It's a bad idea, is it?
Yeah,
Why?
yeah.
Because I've seen few food bloggers who do collaborations, brand collaborations and all of that, right?
See, but it is not consistent, right? Like see, this month you might expect like a good amount of income.
Right.
What about like next month or maybe after 2 months?
Consistency.
So we don't know.
There. Right.
So unless you have a fixed income, I suggest no.
Okay.
This can be your like a secondary income,
right.
But this cannot be your full
side hustle.
Yes.
Yeah. And the numbers, right? The numbers that is so important that everybody is talking about. Do you think numbers really matter when it comes to food blogging? Basically?
No, definitely not. It's all about like how you create the content.
Okay.
And I'll give you one classic example. Like if I have, for example, take myself. I have like a 175K.
Yeah.
So I've seen like a few other the content creators who has got like a 5K, 10K follower base.
Right.
But still the reach is like more. The reason is it's all about like how you create the content. So I might be wrong and those people might be right.
Right. Yeah.
And that kind of content people do appreciate. So followers doesn't definitely matter right now.
Right.
It's all about like how you create the
Create
content.
the content. How you capture your audience's
Exactly,
attention, right?
exactly.
And do you feel that you see that like a lifestyle blogger or a fashion blogger, they earn way only through blogging, they earn way more than a food blogger, right?
Right.
Why do you think this disparity? Because is it food or because that industry is thriving and not the F&B industry?
Okay, I'll give you one classic example for this. So how much will be like Louis Vuitton wallet?
In lakhs, I'm guessing.
How much will be the cost of biryani?
200 to 300.
So you have answer.
Right.
So that's how it is.
Right. And do you feel that like brands especially, right?
Okay.
When you work with brands, do you think that they have to be a little more open about how you present your videos, or are they very scripted?
See, what will happen, I mean, if it is any paid collaboration, so the brand will have some specific requirements.
Right.
Say they want like the video to be in one specific format, or like they expect like a lot of content to be covered. But when it comes to like a non-commercial collaborations, we have like all the privilege.
Right.
We can do whatever we like it.
Yeah.
So with respect to like a content creation, right? It's always good to leave it to the influencer. So they know like how to create their own content,
Right.
rather than brand
Giving
is
them a
suggesting
script.
something.
Yeah, nice. And you have grown, right, in that past 12 years from blogging to now video making, right?
Right.
Do you feel that your audience has also grown along with you? I'm sure you get
Yeah.
a lot of love in the comment section.
Yeah,
I've seen
exactly.
that, right? But have you ever come across any hate?
No, I see that every day.
Okay.
I mean, there'll be like a lot of hatred with respect to like videos, right?
Okay.
I always see, I mean, why are you putting like a Telugu song, Tamil song?
Oh, okay.
So I'll be like, okay. My reply will be something like, okay, done. There is no point in like arguing. Yeah.
Right. And why do you think, where does this hate come from? Because I've seen in this content creation industry, everybody gets hate, right?
Right.
It's just that the person who's typing it is behind a keyboard, acting like a warrior, but very anonymous, right? So how is it?
So it's all about the free internet. We have like ample time to like go and discuss on social media.
Right. Absolutely. And also I feel that they come from a place of jealousy, I feel, because honestly I'll tell you, you see that content creators put out this amazing life on social media, right? Where everything is so lavish, they're traveling, they're eating good food and stuff like that.
Right.
So I feel like for a common man who's not able to access those things, they must be feeling a little weird about this, and then they're like, let's just push hate to this person.
No. See, rather than that, what what I've noticed in like recent times, lack of knowledge.
Right.
For example, take like a masala dosa. So there are like ample places in Bangalore serving like a masala dosa.
Right.
And every place has their own way of like serving masala dosa and the preparation also.
Right.
It is always like people don't understand that. There is a difference between liking and best.
Best, yeah. Absolutely.
So if I call it as a best, it is best to me, not for everyone.
Oh, right.
So it's always my liking. If I like something,
yeah,
then it is best for me.
Right.
And it cannot be best for others.
Yeah.
So this knowledge is not there. And most of the people don't know the meaning of authenticity.
Right.
So if they say like authentic food, some random person who is into like a food blogging for 3 months, 4 months, so he'll talk about like authentic food in Bangalore. I mean, authentic Italian
food, yeah.
So he has not even traveled and not even visited the place where the authentic food was served.
Right.
You cannot like randomly go to some place and say that it is authentic food.
Right. One question I wanted to ask you is that if not food blogging, what would be your interest like?
Photography.
Photography?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
And have you tried it out?
So I tried, but somehow it did not work.
Okay.
But initially, I was more keen into like a photography.
Okay.
So that's how, in fact, all this Instagram,
Huh.
I was clicking like a good pictures.
Okay.
So what I thought, the Instagram will be one storage space for me.
Okay.
So that I can keep whatever that images clicked will be saved here.
Yeah.
So that's the reason all my food photos and everything from day one, I was uploading it on Instagram.
On Instagram, yeah. So you joined Instagram like when
2011.
it started? 2011,
11, 12, yeah.
Right. That time it was only about photos.
Only about photos, no reels, no videos, nothing. No tagging.
No tagging, yeah. Let me tell you guys, apart from food blogging, he's also having a full-time job, right? Let's not take the company's name, but I want to ask you, how are you managing between a full-time 9-to-5 job and food blogging?
Yeah, it's all about like a passion.
Right.
So I'll manage everything. So that's how I keep myself.
Right.
Manage both
the
full-time
ways,
job and this.
And I'm sure your company, they know about what you're doing, right?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And they're very supportive about it?
Supportive, of course, yeah.
Nice. Because you see that nowadays people are talking about moonlighting, where apart from their 9-to-5, they're doing something else.
No, this is something passion, right?
This is different, right? Yeah, exactly.
This is not associated to whatever I do at work.
Right? But have you ever thought of leaving or quitting your full-time job and getting into food blogging?
I cannot take myself into risk.
But why is that? Because you see a lot of people doing that, right? They say passion and everything. And
so one of my good friends apparently is an influencer too. So he quit his job to get into like a full-time blogging. So let me not put his name.
Okay.
So he got back to the work and he had a good salary.
Okay.
Later on, he couldn't, manage it. So then he worked. He tried really hard to get a job. And struggled for 2-3 years. Later on, joined some other startup.
Right.
So he's one example.
Right. But there are other examples also where they've left the job and now they earn more than the.
No, I know. What are that?
Now talking about Men's Day, right? Honestly, I don't know why people celebrate only Men's Day on that particular day. But let's go with the flow, and I want to ask you this question that. In this creator industry, you see that the male to female ratio is very less, right?
Okay.
Maybe in food blogging, it is a little more, but overall, when you see the industry, it's much lesser, right?
Right.
So, how is it being a male influencer?
No, frankly speaking, I know I like only about food.
Right. Yeah.
So, food it is maybe like a 50-50.
50-50, right. But do you feel that brands are a little more keen towards female food bloggers than
no male? In food it is not the case.
Do you have
maybe other fashion or anything? Yeah, but food no, definitely not.
Not is it? Okay, so you're saying there's equal opportunity.
It's equal opportunity for both female and male. Yes.
All right, awesome. Just last one question. I want you to give an advice to all our listeners.
Okay.
On this International Men's Day.
Yeah.
Something about blogging, something about content creation. Go ahead.
Okay.
You can look there and.
So all I would say is support your women at home, your sisters, your friends, your better half, mother, everyone, and for the influencers. So I request you to have a good patience, more than get into a conclusion or if you wanted to become a overnight star. So that is definitely not going to stay back long. So have some patience, create a good content, so that will take you heights.
Thank you so much, Naveen. This was amazing, short and sweet, but it was so insightful. In conversation with Bangalore Epicure. Today I'm not going to say signing off because he's going to do it in his classic voice. Let's do it.
Signing off, Nima Bangalore Epicure.
Thank you.
Fever.